Hey, comic book community, Brian LCS with the final update for the 2025 CBC Awards. Wanted to provide just a final update and go through a few things. Actually, have some notes so to make sure we don't miss anything. But first off, I want to congratulate all of the winners. A job well done this year. All of the trophies and prizes and things have been sent out. So everybody who should have received them by now, and I think I've seen just about everybody, maybe Mad Spidey all the way in Australia. I got to check on that one. We did have a hiccup with one of the awards, got damaged in shipping, but we're getting that replaced for TM Nerdy. But again, a big thank you to everybody who voted, nominated, voted for the finalist, all of our sponsors, and just the larger community who supported these awards. Obviously, we can't do these awards without you and your participation. So I really do appreciate that. And remember, head over to our website, cbcawards.org, and all of the links are still up for all of the finalists. So you can just click on their channel. Maybe you'll find a new channel that you've not watched before, wasn't following. Please go give them a subscription, a thumbs up on one of their videos. But yeah, and so all of the nominees as well, the larger list is still available on the awards, and I'm scrolling down to it. Or did I pass it already? Where is it? Right here, 2025 nominated creators and channels. If you click on that, you can see the extended list. I think there's 700 channels or so. And go follow, go check out some of those channels on the list. But I also wanted to shout out once again, our sponsors. We couldn't have done this without your support. So the Hero Initiative, Gemini Comic Supply, Just Your Average Geeks, Uncanny Derek Comics, Three Good Nerds, Aurora Comics Podcast, Christina Payne, Locke Nugent, Big Nasty Comics, Wham Stan, who helped make the new awards. And so far, the feedback has been good. So really appreciate Wham Stan's effort. And making the new trophies, the new golden spinner racks that we'll be using going forward. Heroes for Hire, Bronze Age Nerd, and his fundraiser that helps support our veterans. Aussieverse, Commieverse, Lunch Money Comics, Comics Unlimited, and Sasquatch Comics, as well as Nam and the Bookworm, Comic Bookworm, Nam and Comics Will Break Your Heart, who we unfortunately lost earlier this year. But in memory of Jen, please go check out her videos. It's the one good thing about YouTube is that her content still lives on. And then last but not least, Kingdom of Nerds. So again, all of the sponsors, you can just click on the links here, their names, that will bring you to their YouTube page or their Instagram. So please go support our sponsors because they have supported us and you. All of the winners by donating some money to help support the awards. So let's get to a couple of other things that I have notes, but definitely go cbcawards.org or cbcawards.com. We're going to be kind of migrating over to cbcawards.com. We were able to acquire the .com address, so we'll be moving over to that in 2026. But again, a big thank you to everybody. And I wanted to thank, and these may seem unusual, but Sticky Goose and the comic collector Geek Allen, they did some videos about the awards. Although the content and maybe some of the things they said in those in the videos were off, they weren't exactly accurate. But looking through those videos, watching those videos, and then reading the comments, there was a lot of good suggestions and feedback in the comments. So I appreciate that because we're always looking to improve the awards every year. And so having that type of feedback is always great. So I appreciate videos like that where the community is talking about the awards, like I said, making suggestions, giving feedback. So a big shout out to those guys and really to everybody who commented on those videos, because that's really what was important to me. And again, if you have any feedback, you can leave a comment here. You can get us on Instagram. You can go to the website and there's a contact link there. You can get in touch with us there. Comic Book Community Awards at gmail.com, the whole word spelled out. And you can email us with any suggestions as well. So let's clarify a few things because some things have been said after the awards. So no one forced me out of hosting the awards this year. That was a decision that I made after hosting for 4 years in a row. I wanted to kind of switch it up and try something different. We had 2 great guest hosts, and we may do that, continue that in the future. I thought it went well this year, and so why not continue? And maybe I'll be more involved next year. We haven't made that decision yet, but just to clear that, that was a decision that I made to do that. I moved. I'm reading my notes. The other item was I moved the channels to I moved the awards to its own channel, separate channel. So it was separated from my personal YouTube channel. And the reason I did that was so that in the future, if in 5 years, 10 years, in 2 years, if I want to move and pass the awards on to somebody else to run and not be directly as involved as I have been for the first 5 years, it's very easy to do that when it's on a separate channel as opposed to tied into my own personal channel. So that was the reason why we did that. Our hosts this year, Hall Yeah Comics and SideQuest, did a great job, both Nate and Eric. And they were asked back in June of this year to host. And originally, Nate, Hall Yeah, and Lettuce Comics, Hagen was asked to co-host. But Hagen had some personal reasons he couldn't make it, and so Eric stepped up and stepped in and did a great job. And so, but those decisions were made back well before the finalists were announced, and then obviously we had the winners. And so, if there was any conflict of interest, decisions were made in different time slots here, and so. I understand, some of our hosts were nominated and Nate, one of our co-hosts, won, but those decisions were made, in different, timelines, right? In different multiverses. So take that for what it is. Clarification on the winners. So the winners received a trophy and the primary host. So if there was whoever was the main channel, because in some Council of Comics is a great example. They have multiple co-hosts. But Sam, the producer, he is the main runner. He runs the Council of Comics channel, and then they have a number of different co-hosts. The main channel person won a $25 gift card from Gemini Comic Supply. Gemini donated 30 different gift cards, so $750 worth of gift cards were donated by Gemini Comic Supplies. And so the primary winner in a category got that gift card. Just Your Average Geeks, one of our sponsors, also donated a few books, raw books, and slab comics, and those were sent out to a few of the winners. We didn't have books to send out to all of the winners, but we did have some, and so they were randomly selected and sent out to the winners. So just to give you that idea, because I know some people had some questions, but everybody who won got a trophy, and then there were, like I said, there was some extras, some gift cards, and potentially a raw book or a slab that was donated from the community. So I think that covers everything that I've heard about. Again, if you have questions, just drop them in the comments here or get in touch with me directly on Instagram or through email or through our website. I'm happy to answer questions that you have. Let's talk about some of the numbers from this year. We had 426 people nominate. So 426 people submitted a nomination ballot. And that's one of the things we want to try to improve next year. We want to get those numbers up. That seems very low. And so we're looking at ways to try to improve engagement in the nomination side, because that's really low. Because when you look at how many people voted on the finalist, so then the finalist voting is a lot easier, right? It's multiple choice. You pick your one, out of 5. We had 2,113 people submit finalist votes. So almost, 4 times the amount. 5 times the amount of people voted on the finalists than nominated. So we want to try to get those nomination numbers up. Some of the dollars behind the awards. I collected $825 from our sponsors. Thank you very much. That helps support and goes directly to buying the awards and all of the shipping cost. We spent this year, I spent $1,009.72. And that covers, shipping, the website, all of the trophies, stickers that we send out. So that, and any shipping supplies, things like that, right? The most expensive item to ship was Mad Spidey to Australia to send his trophy and his couple stickers and his gift card was over $50 to send that directly to Australia. So that was by far the most expensive item that we shipped. And then I don't know, I don't keep track of my time. Certainly the amount of time that I spend during the year on the awards and just to pack and ship everything took me about 10 hours to get all of the trophies together and out to all of the winners. So take that for what it's worth. But besides just monetary, there's a lot of time that is spent by me and the committee to make the awards happen. So, and the committee and I have already started to meet. We talked a little bit post the award show and some things that were being said and suggestions, feedback, and we've already taken some notes. And we're looking to make some changes next year. Like I said, the biggest change, the biggest thing on my mind is how do we streamline the nomination so that somebody doesn't have to try to nominate channels in 30 different categories and understand subscriber numbers and things like that. So we want to try to streamline that for next year. That's one of our top priorities. And certainly look at feedback and suggestions from the community and see how we can make the 2026 awards, year 6 of the Comic Book Community Awards, even better than the first 5. So, yeah. And that's really all. That's what I had on my notes. Again, open to any questions. If you have questions, drop them in a comment here. You can email us, comicbookcommunityawards@gmail.com. You can get us on Instagram, CBC Awards. You can go to our website, and there is in the top corner, you can see the little contact. You click on that, and that opens up a little contact form, and you can get in touch with us there. Like I said, happy to answer any questions. And really, I want to hear people's feedback about the awards. It's important that we get feedback and suggestions to try to make it, as the best community event that we can. And that's really the goal every year, is to try to make this event the best community event. Anytime you do a contest, where there's winners and losers, you're not going to make everybody happy. We understand that, but we still want to try to be as inviting to as many community members as we can, inclusive as many community members as we can be with the awards. So that's really the goal. So again, thank you so much to all of the sponsors, all of the nominees, all of the finalists and the winners, and the larger comic book community who helped support these awards this year. I really do appreciate it. And like I said earlier, we can't do these awards without your support and your input. So I really do appreciate that. I hope everybody has a great rest of the year, a happy new year, a Merry Christmas, a wonderful Thanksgiving, and just has a great rest of the year. And the CBC Awards will be back sometime in 2026. And, we'll post updates once we have some updates from meeting with the committee. Oh, and if you'd like to be on the committee, by all means, reach out. We can get, we still have some spots available. We'd definitely like to have some new voices in the committee next year. So, but again, that's what I got for you. Thanks so much. And we'll see you next year.